Everyone. It's exactly 1 o'clock on Tuesday, December 9th. And I'm very excited that you're here because this is a very hot, sensitive topic, and it needs to be spoken about. So we're going to be talking about strategies for cancer prevention and healing. And you guys are here early, right? 1 o'clock. We're waiting for people to hop on. So I'm going to cover a lot of stuff today in the time that we have together. But I want to hear from you, because I know what I'm going to talk about. But I want to hear from you. What do you want to learn about, like what brought you here? And what do you want to learn from me today? Because this is your hour, right? This is you took time out of your day, and I took time out of my day to be here. So I wanna be able to support you the best that I can. So let me know what your name is, where you're from, and what do you want to learn today. You know, it's every year cancer grows, right? There's a surge in cancer, and right now we're in one of those big surges in cancer, and so many people are afraid. And I had somebody connect with me on Facebook just this morning, actually, saying that you know, it's scary when you get a diagnosis that you only have like 3 months to live or 4 months to live. And yeah, that is scary. And we're going to talk about mindset today because that's part of healing, and that's also part of prevention. So as we're waiting for people to hop on, just drop it into the Q&A. Let me know who you are, what you're doing here, or just who you are. How about that? Just tell me who you are. And let me just open up my question box so I could see who you are. Otherwise, I'm going blind here. Okay. Karen says, Karen, and she's in Milford, Connecticut. Hello, Karen. Thanks for showing up on a Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock, middle of the day. Anybody else want to share? Oh, Karen. Oh, hey, Karen, other Karen. Karen from Massachusetts. I'm here to learn more about prevention. Great to have you here, Karen. Karen's also in my Health is Wealth community. She's a really great member. I love all the members in my community. Kathy says, I'm Kathy from Michigan and Florida. So she's a snowbird, maybe. Louise, hey, Louise. She's Louise from Cape Cod. Great to see you, Louise. Heather says, oh, hello, Heather. She says, good afternoon. Heather Carnahan here from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I love your work, enthusiasm, and the gifts you bring to this world. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heather. Melissa says, Melissa from Cleveland, Ohio. Glad to be here. Former IIN student, you and me both. Former IIN students. Janice from Kelowna, BC, Canada. PST time, so it's 10 I think it's 10 a.m. where you are. Teresa, hey Tree. Tree's out in Long Island. Elizabeth says, Lee from your thyroid community. Hey, Lee. She said, we had a dear friend who only listened to their doctor when diagnosed with cancer, and the doc said, eat anything. Well, he did. He's no longer with us. Why won't doctors help their cancer patients? Well, Lee, they haven't been taught how to support the body. And we're actually going to talk about that today. This may be a great segue into starting so that we don't run out of time. They've been trained in a system that looks at the body from an attack perspective. If there's disease, you attack it, right? You don't understand why is the disease there. You know, how did it get there? What's it doing there? Like, they don't work with the body. They work, unfortunately, against the body in most cases. So they haven't been taught how to heal. They've been taught from a different perspective. And we're going to cover that today in depth because it needs to be said. I know a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. I'm not afraid to talk about it. But that's why this live class will only be available, like once we finish this class, it'll only be available for like 48 hours to watch the recording, and then it gets pulled from the web. And that's so I don't get arrested and thrown in jail from my thoughts and ideas. Okay, Linda, hey Linda. She says, Linda from Michigan. Danica says, hello, always want to learn more. Great. Colleen, hi, Colleen. Great to see you and hear you. I'm here to learn from you. Great. Gulshan, hi, Gulshan from Virginia. Let me just make sure my phone is off. Okay. Michelle, hey, Michelle, from MD. She's a frequent flyer. She's in everything. Patricia, hi, Patricia. Lori says, how to best support the body after cancer. Oh, that's a good one. Maybe we'll cover that in the Q&A. Well, you're going to see some stuff as we go through, but I'll also cover it in the Q&A after. Jan wants to know, I want to know if it's more mindset or food and other healthy processes that will keep our body. It's a combination of everything, Jan. That's a great question. Lisa, I'm Lisa from Tulsa. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in early September, just started anastrozole, and we'll start radiation this Thursday. I'm so scared. Oh, we're going to cover that for you. We're going to cover the mindset. They got it early, but I want to know what to do to prevent it from coming back or getting a different type of cancer. That's very smart, Lisa. Mary Lou from New Jersey. Giselle from the Bronx, New York. Yeah, New York is my hometown. As you can tell, I have no ERs and no INGs. You lose them on the streets of the New York City. Jan says, I'm also an alumni from IIN. Welcome. Sandy, former IIN 2001, calling in from Park Slope. Brooklyn is in the house. Lauren from Florida, I have a very challenging family history with cancer. Welcome to the world. And I'm glad you're here. Donna, hi Donna. Donna's from Ohio. I want to focus on prevention so I can avoid the healthcare system. Oh my God, you're so smart. You're so smart. They have no knowledge on how to add ancient wisdom. Having worked in the same system, I feel it's on the verge of collapse. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I get as well. And I think it needs to be broken down in order to be rebuilt up in a better way because it's not functioning well. Sandy says, seems so many people have cancer these days. There's a reason for that, Sandy. We'll talk about it. Jeannie, my girl. She says, hey, honey bunch. Jeannie, you're my honey bunch. You know you are. Jan says, love you for being outspoken for the truth. Well, you know, I try the best that I can, you know, and I always learn new things all the time. I stay open to receiving new knowledge and new information so that I don't get pigeonholed and stuck in, you know, in a trap, right? A trap of one-way thinking. I try to be open to receiving the insight and the information that I need that feels authentic to share. Like I'm not going to try and sell you a supplement if I don't believe in it. Elizabeth says, such a troublemaker. Yeah, it's true. I am a troublemaker. I'll admit it. Colleen is from Ticonderoga, New York. Ticonderoga. Wow, I'm a New Yorker. I've never even heard of Ticonderoga, New York. My mom passed from breast cancer. Oh, I'm sorry. She says, I'm doing QT imaging versus mammos. That's very smart. Okay, so she wants to learn to share. Jeannie says, well, Jeannie's in Louisiana. She says, I want to learn to share with all my family and friends. Kathy says, Andrea, prevention, please, how, and put together a health supportive team of practitioners and which types of practitioners you recommend. Oh, that's funny, Kathy. So in my Health is Wealth community, we have expert practitioners that come every single month to talk about some way to heal your body. It's a really fun experience. And you get to learn about a wide variety of topics, and you get to learn see like a whole bunch of perspectives on what these alternative wellness practitioners and health practitioners are doing with their people and in their I don't want to call it a healthy lane, what they're doing to help people heal, right? Okay. So Michelle says, I want info for my 76-year-old uncle who's in the middle of cancer treatment, safe foods and teas to support his recovery from chemo for bladder cancer that is spreading. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Karen says, again, from Connecticut, IIN here, grad, you know who I am. Oh yeah, Karen, I know who you are. Dennis, woohoo, we got a man. You know, like always the webinars and even in my community and in the health and wellness field, the vast majority are women, right? Because Dennis, I'm going to tell you right now, women are really smart. We're intuitive, we are connected, we are smart. So I'm glad that you made it here. It shows something about you, right? That you're a smarty as well. Dennis says, from Daytona Beach, I beat breast cancer with overdosing with organic vitamin C and then juicing organic vegetables, no sugar or carbs diet. Very smart. Very smart. Okay, so let's get started. We got a lot to cover. It's 1:10. I don't want to run out of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this presentation, and then I'm going to come back at the end, and then I'll check in with you guys during the presentation, but also at the very end. Like, hold on to your questions, the most burning questions that you have, and then I'll come on back at the end, and we'll have a nice little Q&A. Okay. All right. So let me put my little face away. I'm putting my little face out of here. So you can see my other face on the computer and I could see the whole screen. Okay, so let's go. Let's get started with this strategies for cancer prevention with me, Andrea Beeman. With over 30 years of experience, I'm going to share with you real solutions to reduce cancer risk and support your system naturally and easily so you can live without fear of developing cancer. And if it does develop, you'll have the tools to help you heal, right? So please make sure that you close out of all of your social feeds. And like for those of you that just saw, I closed out of my phone as well, because that thing will buzz all hour long. So close out of your social feeds that are open on your computer or on your phone. Those feeds and the social media will distract you from getting vital information to support your body in the best ways. So let's jump in. Okay, why the war on cancer doesn't work and what actually does. So if you've been led to believe by modern medicine and big pharma that you need to find cancer and then fight cancer with dangerous treatments like radiation and chemotherapy, then you're in the right place. This is exactly where you need to be. So we're going to cover why the war on cancer isn't actually working. As you can see, right, cancer just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. How looking for cancer generates fear, stress, and tanks immunity. How to reduce risk and prevent cancer. How to strengthen immunity to avert cancer. And what you can do right now to prevent and heal. And by the end of this health session today, you're going to know why the war on cancer doesn't work and what actually does. So before we go any further, how many of you are eating well and taking care of yourself, but you still have a fear of cancer? Just put like a little yes into the question box if you have that fear. Oh, let me pull that little question box back out again so I can see it. Right? If you're eating well, you're taking care of yourself, but there is this fear that's living inside you. Yeah, Karen says yes. Kathy says yes. Lisa says yes. Everybody's giving a yes, and Heather put a little unhappy face. Yeah, because it's in there, and I'm going to tell you why it's in there. Michelle says no fear. You go, girl. I love that. Me too. And I'll talk about some stuff that happened and what happens when you stand in that place of no fear. Okay, so Fanny says no fear. Good. Yeah, that's fantastic. You know, it's normal with the way that we have our society set up. It's actually normal to have fear of cancer because that's what they're designing. And when I say what they're designing, it's just the way that it's been designed for the past 100 years. And we're going to get deeper into that. Okay, so I can identify with those fears because I've been there too. So let's keep moving so we don't run out of time. Oh, let me see. Let's push this forward. Okay. So many of you that are here today, you already know my personal story of being diagnosed with thyroid disease all the way back in 1996. And at that time, it was recommended by my doctor that I take radioactive iodine to destroy my thyroid and then be on medication for the rest of my life. But I said no. to the radioactive iodine because I didn't want radioactive anything inside my body because of what I saw happen to my mother. So my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in the 1980s. She started experiencing a dull pain in her left breast and in her armpit that radiated down her arm. So she went for testing. She did a mammogram, but they didn't find anything. But about a year later, she was at a St. Patty's Day party and ate some food dye that was in a green colored bagel. And she had a severe reaction. That left arm that was bothering her swelled all the way down to the fingertips, from the top of her armpit all the way down to her fingertips. And she could barely move it. And the pain in her breast returned even stronger. So she scheduled another appointment with her doctor. Actually, I think she might have went to the ER at that time and then scheduled an appointment with a doctor. And that's when they found the lump that was the size of a pinball in her breast. And that's when she was diagnosed with cancer. So back in the 1980s, for those of you that are old enough like me to be in the 1980s alive, they treated cancer with something called a radical mastectomy, where they removed the entire breast and all of the tissue, as well as all of the lymph nodes under the arm. And they removed the chest muscles as well. And as the name implied, it was a radical mastectomy. Plus, after her surgery, she was given radiation treatments to kill any possible lingering cells that may have been in her chest. So she has this radical surgery, and then for 5 years, she continued to go for yearly cancer checkups. And at the end of 5 years, all of her doctors told her that she was cancer-free, right? She just had to get to that 5-year limit. So she continued after that, eating and living the way she normally did, but she also included some vitamin E and some vitamin D into her daily diet just as a safety, and all was well for many years. Unfortunately, 11 years after her initial diagnosis with cancer, she started feeling extremely exhausted and dizzy. She was working long hours, and she thought the exhaustion was from overwork. And then one day in the morning, she fainted in the bathroom and couldn't stand up. We called an ambulance. They took her to the hospital. After a slew of tests, they discovered that the breast cancer, even though she no longer had the breast or the lymph nodes, had now spread to her bones, her lungs, her liver, and her brain. It was literally everywhere in her body. So this was the 1990s now. We followed the recommended treatments once again, which included radiation and chemotherapy every week. I drove her for those treatments, and I watched her literally grow weaker and weaker and more depleted every single time I took her. She couldn't eat anything, and when she did eat something, she either threw it up or it ran right through her. She had chronic diarrhea. She lost all of her hair. She slept all day and had no life force. She literally looked pale and lifeless, like what you typically see in a cancer ward, right? So at that same time, my dad had read an article about a Dr. Hugh Faulkner that was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And he was given 3 months to live by his colleagues. But he changed his diet and started using food as medicine in the form of something called macrobiotics, right? That was really hot in the 80s and the 90s. And he lived an additional 7 years beyond his 3-month death diagnosis. So we tried using this with my mom. We started giving her a natural foods diet. Everything was fresh and chemical and pesticide free. The food was homemade and lovingly prepared. And within 1 week, we noticed a change in my mother's energy. She was able to get up and get out of bed. The color came back to her lips. They went from gray to pink. Also, her cheeks color came back, and her eyes were bright and more alert. Now, that diet wasn't enough to bring my mother back from the depleted state her body, mind, and spirit was in from the war that was waged on her cancer and her immune system. She died about 18 months later from a lung infection. But the experience planted in me a seed that if I ever get diagnosed with any disease, I'm going to try food first before anything radical or destructive. So As many of you know, for those of you that have been following me for years, when my doctor offered me radioactive iodine for my thyroid disease and that big lump in my neck, I said, no, thanks. I changed my diet and my lifestyle, and I dove deep into studying natural healing methods, and I healed my condition. So when it comes to treating disease, the vast majority of doctors are still working with old medical protocols. And for cancer, that includes radiation, chemotherapy, and surgery. But those treatments destroy the immune system and never get to the root cause of why the cancer is there in the first place and what you can do to heal. Those treatments are actually not designed to heal cancer. The war on cancer is a $1 trillion business. You guys have to get very clear on that. And if people knew that there were natural ways to both prevent and heal cancer, that war would no longer be profitable. So during my mother's bout with cancer and my experience with thyroid disease, I dove deep into learning about every natural healing modality that I could. It was an amazing healing journey that I'm totally grateful for. I spent my time, my energy, and my money into understanding the body on a deeper level. And although I wasn't able to help my mom, I healed my thyroid condition naturally, and I also healed a lump that was in my left breast. But I'm going to get into that story a little bit later, so hang tight. I got lots of fun stories for you today. So today, I'm sharing with you prevention and healing strategies to save your time, your money, and your health, and reduce any fear you may have about cancer, or at least most of the fear you have about it. So I am grateful that I said no to that medical treatment that was offered to me over 3 decades ago, the radioactive iodine. If I didn't, I would probably be stuck still inside a fear-based medical system that doesn't heal the body, mind, or spirit. Today, I am one of the top 100 most influential health and fitness experts. I am the recipient of the Natural Gourmet Institute Award for Excellence in Health Supportive Education, also the Health Leadership Award from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and I host a vibrant online Health is Wealth community. I have over 3 decades, or actually just under, let's say, I'm going to say 29 years. All right, so almost 3 decades of experience sharing natural healing remedies for vibrant health, and the information you're getting access to today comes directly from my Health is Wealth community. So I'm not the only one that natural healing has worked for. Thousands of people around the world have supported their body using my guided step-by-step natural healing process, like Rose. Rose says, I can wholeheartedly endorse Andrea Beeman as one of the most gifted and brilliant practitioners I've ever worked with. She has amazing knowledge and expertise, which makes her a true master in her field. When I met her, I was suffering from terrible vertigo after a horse riding accident, and I had been diagnosed with a benign pituitary tumor. Andrea was able to help me reverse these conditions in a natural and very effective way, which has allowed me to heal, finish my studies, build a successful business, and do the things that make me feel I'm able to live life to the fullest again. I'm beyond amazed by the results I've had and continue to experience. So I want to be able to do the same for you as I have for countless other people around the world. Let me ask you this. How would you feel if you were able to reverse your conditions in a natural way and live life to the fullest? How would it feel? It would feel great, right? You'd be able to be happy and healthy without fear of disease hanging over your head all the time, or fear of this condition, or fear of that condition, or fear of everything, right? Fear is a big business. So the strategies I'm sharing with you today have the ability to transform your health and boost your confidence in natural healing. So we're going to get started, like for reals. I'm going to tell you more stories as we go along. Kathy says empowered. Yes. Empowered is the right word, sister. Okay, so let's take a look at symptoms, early symptoms. These are some of the symptoms, not all of them. These are some of the early symptoms that are associated with cancer. These are the most common symptoms to be aware of, and I've been there too when I found a lump in my breast. So lumps and swellings, any new lump or thickening, especially in the breast, neck, armpit, or groin, right? This is where all your lymphatic That's where it's going to accumulate. Fatigue, extreme tiredness that's not relieved by rest, bleeding or bruising, so any unusual bleeding or bruising or bleeding, blood in the stool, blood in the urine, vomit, or bleeding in between periods. Weight loss, losing 10 pounds or more without trying. Like I just bumped into my neighbor across the way. He's in his 70s. He lost 20 pounds in a month and he doesn't know why. So that's usually an indicator. That's a digestive cancer or pancreatic, usually. Fever and night sweats, persistent fever or night sweats with no clear cause. Pain, any chronic pain that doesn't go away or it changes. My sister-in-law is experiencing this right now. And she said that she thinks that she has cancer. So if she thinks that she has it, she probably does, because we are really intuitive and we know a lot of stuff. And she thinks that she does because there's a pain in her back that is getting worse and worse and worse. So if you're feeling any of these symptoms, you're in the right place. And if you're not feeling any of these symptoms, you're also in the right place, because you're going to learn how to prevent cancer from developing, right? So let's do this. Are you guys excited and ready to do this? Let me know. Let me know. Give me a heck yeah. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's, it's 1:26. Karen says, let's do it. Franny says, yeah. Heather says, heck yeah. Jan says, I agree. Being empowered to rise above the noise of the traditional medical system. Very smart. Golshev says, let's go. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so this is some strategies to prevent cancer. We're going to go deeper into these. So in the short amount of time that we have, it's 1:26 now. We'll go till about 1. We're going to cover the reasons why looking for cancer and killing cancer is a dangerous practice that doesn't get to the root cause of why the cancer developed. And it also won't resolve any of those symptoms that we just looked at on the previous slide. Plus, I'm going to share simple strategies to prevent cancer from taking hold of your system. We're going to look at digestion and immunity and why it's imperative to optimize it, detoxification, and why you must intentionally support your body with some type of ongoing detox or cleansing on a yearly or quarterly basis. Mindset, how chronic fear about cancer actually promotes cancer growth. So we've got a lot to cover. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll get a very special opportunity from me. Okay? So let's go. Why modern cancer detection and treatments don't actually work for prevention. So most modern cancer treatments don't actually improve long-term health and certainly don't work for prevention and healing. So a lot of what I'm going to say today may be triggering for some people, and I'm going to say it anyway because it needs to be said. Okay? I'm not afraid of getting canceled. Been there, done that. It hurts for a little bit, but then you pick yourself up again and you keep moving. So many people are encouraged and advised to go for yearly testing to try and find cancer in their body. But that testing doesn't actually prevent cancer from developing. It's not designed to. So as Karen from Connecticut said, the medical system is not designed to empower you about your health. That's not the way that it's designed. Instead, it keeps people trapped in the mindset of fear about finding cancer. So this keeps people paralyzed and stuck inside a sick care system that generates trillions of dollars from fear. So cancer diagnosis and treatment is a huge moneymaker, and it is 100% fueled by fear and constantly looking for cancer. So looking for cancer and then attacking that cancer does not support any of your internal systems. True cancer prevention and healing comes when all of your bodily systems work harmoniously together, and that includes optimizing immunity and digestion, ensuring your detoxification systems are working well, and shifting your mindset from fear to confidence and empowerment. So when you support your body step by step with the best foods, daily and seasonal rhythms, the right guidance, you can feel more confident about your health and reduce your risk factors for any disease, including cancer. So here's what one member inside my community had to say. Thank you, Andrea. It's reassuring to know there are natural remedies and experiences to consider. Your support has been a big help, and I'm feeling more confident managing this. That's Aisha. So this is why using a system of natural healing works. It builds confidence in your health decisions that are not based on fear. And my system of prevention and healing is something that you can learn and use for the rest of your life. So why is that important? Right now, there's a huge surge in cancer. It's not little, it's huge. And it's happening to younger and younger people, right? Colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of death in young adults. That's people under 50 years old, right? So this is from the scientific journal Nature. A clinical oncology review states, among the 15 early onset cancer types with a rising incidence, 8, those of colorectum, esophagus, extrahepatic bile duct, gallbladder, head and neck, liver, pancreas, and stomach, relate to the digestive system, indicating the potential pathogenic importance of both the oral and intestinal microbiome. So that's very smart that they came to that conclusion. But what are they doing about it? Right? The vast majority of our immunity and ability to protect ourselves from disease lies within our intestinal microbiome. So it's vital that we learn how to nourish it properly. So let me ask you this serious question. Does getting a colonoscopy nourish your intestinal microbiome? Think about that. What do you think? Does it nourish your microbiome in any way, shape, or form? And for those of you that have done a little bit of research, that can actually damage the tissue there, right? Yeah, Jeannie, that's correct. No, it doesn't. Louise, no, that's right. No, it doesn't. It doesn't nourish the microbiome. So it doesn't support or heal your gut in any way, and it's not designed to. So now I'm going to go a little bit deeper, and this may be triggering for people. What about chemotherapy? Does that nourish your microbiome? What do you think? For those of you that have experienced chemotherapy or know what it does, what do you think? That's correct, Heather. She said, no, it can perforate the intestinal lining. Yeah, and that can contribute to damaged cells and can actually contribute to the cancer that you're looking for. Karen says, no, yeah, that's correct. With chemotherapy, let's talk about it. It actually does the opposite. Chemotherapy, for those of you that have researched or studied it, it significantly negatively impacts the gut microbiome. It causes major disruptions like dysbiosis. It kills your beneficial bacteria. It destroys microbial diversity. It leads to inflammation, diarrhea, extreme fatigue, what's called chemo brain, hair loss, you name it. It wipes out your intestinal immune system. I'm going to tell you this right now. It is a dangerous treatment, and it does not promote healing. It doesn't. Michelle, that's correct. Michelle says chemo is toxic. It's toxic, 100%. It's a dangerous treatment. So the question is, how do you nourish your microbiome to support your immunity, decrease your risk of getting cancer, and increase your chances of actually fighting cancer? Well, this is one of the ways here. Nourishing the microbiome includes being conscious of the food you eat, make sure it's clean, organic, and naturally raised and not doused with chemicals and pesticides that disrupt bodily functions and have already been directly linked with increasing cancer risk. Nourishing your microbiome also includes eating inulin-rich foods to feed the bifidobacteria that is crucial to support digestion, immune function, and reduce inflammation. This bacteria specifically was destroyed by the circulating spike proteins and the mRNA technology. So somebody said to me, they sent me a private message on Instagram yesterday, and they said, there's nothing that people can do, right? What can people do if they took this technology into their body that replicates a spike protein over and over and over and over again? And I said, I don't believe there's nothing that can be done. I said, I don't live in that world. I believe that if they do a couple of spike protein detoxes, they get their immune system back online, they nourish their microbiome, they build it back up, and the body, because it's brilliantly designed, will start to take care of itself again, right? So I don't go into the fear mongering on any side, right? I don't want to tell people you can't heal. That's not the truth. I believe as long as you're alive and breathing, you could improve your condition in some way, physical, emotional, spiritual, right? How we doing on time? I could talk until the cows come home. It's 1:35. Okay. So another way to nourish your microbiome is to include eating seasonally, because that supports a more diverse bacterial population and more robust immunity. So many people think, well, I'm eating well, everything organic, but they totally neglect seasonality. And that actually limits the diversity of gut bacteria, leaving you at higher risk for poor immunity and developing cancer. So here is what one of the members in my community had to say. This is Maureen. Maureen said, I love this lesson. It was probably the best explanation I've heard about why local and seasonal eating is important and how our bodies respond to it. Thank you, Andrea. I plan to go back and watch this many times so I'm better able to explain it to others. So here's something to consider. We all know that broccoli is a member of the Brassicaceae family, right? And that it's been linked with reducing your cancer risk. But are you supposed to eat it every day all year round? Absolutely not. It's imperative that you switch up your organic foods and eat seasonally as much as possible. Seasonal eating creates a more diverse microbiome. And this is the way your body is designed to stay healthy. And that's what the people in my Health is Wealth community learn. So let's keep moving. I know it's not the greatest picture in the world. I was deciding on which picture to use here. So we're talking about healthy detoxification, right? So why a natural method or a natural healing system works is because it supports healthy detox, right? So the body doesn't just develop cancer out of the blue, right, for no reason. There could be many, many reasons. And one of those reasons is that the detoxification organs and pathways may not be working optimally. So that's why focusing on finding and killing cancer doesn't actually work. Your internal systems need to be supported to work well. So I'm going to give you a personal example. One of my childhood friends, Georgia, was diagnosed with colon cancer at 50 years old, and she died less than 1 year later. When I visited her at the hospital, I asked her to share her symptoms with me, because as a natural health practitioner with a focus on prevention and healing, I'm always curious about what the body literally says before any illness manifests. So she told me that she couldn't have a bowel movement for over 2 weeks. So that's when she went to the hospital to see what was wrong. And I was completely shocked. I was like, 2 weeks without a bowel movement. How is that possible? And then she told me that she actually suffered from constipation her entire life, and that it was normal for her to not release her bowels on a daily basis. So not being able to move your bowels for 2 days or 3 days in a row or 5 days in a row or 1 full week, as she had often experienced, is a huge red flag. That indicates that her detoxification organs, her lymphatic system, and her liver and gallbladder and her bodily systems were not functioning well. So if the body cannot eliminate toxins and waste in a timely manner, it congests the system and toxins get reabsorbed back into the body, and that creates the perfect environment for diseases like cancer to develop. So when I asked her if she had ever mentioned the constipation to her doctors, and she said yes, but that they only recommended laxatives for her. Now, that to me is, it's shocking. So I understand recommending a laxative is really good for immediate relief, but it doesn't address the deeper danger. Her detoxification system was not working. And the colon is not the only detox organ. Your liver, your kidneys, your skin, and your lungs are all detox pathways. You guys understand that, right? I hope you understand that. The system actually needs to be functioning well to detox properly. So let's keep moving. So you need a system that actually supports you. So this is one of the reasons why we have monthly challenges inside my community. Throughout the year, we focus on supporting different bodily systems. We do a spring cleanse, we do a liver detox, we do lung and respiratory support, we do kidney health, heart health, colon health. We focus on something new every month. We always have something new. And here's what Donna had to say. Donna said, I'm a former healthcare worker and licensed massage therapist, and also a founding member of Andrea's Health is Wealth community. The group meetings, expert sessions, cooking classes, and monthly challenges are all top notch and interactive. They are constantly adding content. When she says they, she's talking about me and Amanda. Amanda is our community manager, and she's amazing. And she's here today with us as well in case you have any questions. So she said, Donna says they are constantly adding content. Our sessions begin on time and they're completely present during the session, so you never feel rushed or not seen. I'll never not be a member of this community. This is the place I come to make the biggest improvements in my physical and emotional well-being. You couldn't make a better investment in your health than joining this community. And that's Donna. So getting the support and the guidance to care for your whole system is the key to reduce fear about disease and to start thriving. Do you understand that? Let me know if you understand that supporting your whole body consistently is the best way to reduce fear and prevent cancer. Just let me know. Drop it into the little chat. You understand that? You have to look at the whole system as one whole functioning unit. And if one of the systems is not functioning well, you don't go into the fear space. You go into the, okay, well, how can I get this system to function better? What can I do now to get this system moving and grooving the way that it's designed? Because it's perfectly designed. Okay. Elizabeth says CC. I know Spanish. My husband's Cuban. I know. That means yes, yes. Okay. So let's keep moving because it's 1:42. I'm sorry. I got to go a little quicker, guys. I can talk all day and all night, but I know we don't have all day and all night. So let's talk about mindset around disease, stress, and cancer. So cancer is not new. It's not a new thing. It's been around for centuries, at least as long as we know. But we didn't start actually screening for cancer until the early 1900s. So people now get a yearly mammogram, a colonoscopy, a pap smear, a blood test, a gene test, a PSA test, a urine test, or any other screening, but none of that actually prevents cancer. And I'm going to suggest that the stress and the fear of constantly searching for a disease like cancer year after year after year and the impending doom of potentially finding it increases your risk of developing and dying from cancer. So here's some science around that. The British Journal of Cancer concluded that the stress hormone cortisol plays a role in cancer development due to its immunosuppressive, obesogenic, and hyperglycemic effects. Studies found that stress-related factors are associated with more rapid progression of several types of cancer, including blood cancers such as leukemia and lymphoma. And the National Cancer Institute studies reveal stress hormones alter the behavior of neutrophils, causing dormant cancer cells to reawaken. So stress is a big deal. So the trillion-dollar cancer industry actually feeds off your fear about cancer. Cancer detection and treatment is a huge moneymaker that is actually driven by fear of cancer. I know that's a lot to swallow. And I'm going to tell you a very quick story before we run out of time because it's already 1:43. When I was 43 years old, I felt a dull ache inside my left armpit. It was there for probably about, 6 months or something like that. It was just a dull ache. And then one night I felt something that was literally bothering me inside my left breast. So I felt around and there it was, a lump. I couldn't freaking believe it. It was the size of a marble. At first, I had this fear run through me. I mean, come on. 43 was the exact age that my mother found her breast cancer in her left breast, and in the exact same way. She had that pain as well, going on the inside of her armpit, radiating down her arm. So we were the exact same age. I'm 43. I find this lump. She was 43 when they found her lump. So I had this initial fear response. And then I was like, wait a minute, I know what to do here. So I had my boyfriend, Pablo, who's actually my husband now, I had him feel it to make sure I wasn't imagining it. And he immediately got scared and worried. And he said, whoa. He said, that is a lump in your breast, and you have got to get that checked out ASAP. And I said, well, even if I get it checked out, and even if it is cancerous, I'm not going to do radiation and chemotherapy because I saw what happened to my mother. Those treatments are just not for me. So Pablo was like, I know you're all crunchy granola and into natural healing, but that is a lump in your breast. And don't waste any time. Go get that checked out. And I reassured him. I said, don't worry. I said, I'm going to apply everything that I know about natural healing, and then I'm going to wait to see what happens. So I eliminated all the sugar from my diet. I'm clearly not in denial. I know I have a sweet tooth, and I was eating way too much maple syrup and honey. I know that they're natural, but please, a jar a week, come on. I know what I do. I also stopped eating all of the organic healthy snacks that I got from the health food store. I know that that's just junk food repackaged as organic and healthy. So I totally cleaned up my diet. I incorporated lymphatic moving food and herbs like seaweed, burdock root, red clover. Plus, I started doing a new meditation because I had just finished reading a great book called The Biology of Belief by scientist Dr. Bruce Lipton. And if you haven't read that book, pick it up and put it into your library. In the book, he says that our beliefs and perceptions control our biology through epigenetics, and that the mind-body connection influences the DNA and the cell activity. So his book actually empowers people to change their life and their health by reprogramming their subconscious thoughts and beliefs. Now, interesting story, because of his alternative beliefs, he was literally kicked out of the scientific community and he was ridiculed by his peers. But 20 years later, science knows beyond the shadow of a doubt that our thoughts and our beliefs are powerful, and they can influence our ability to heal, or on the flip side, they can influence our ability to develop disease. Now, we'll cover that at the end when I open up for a Q&A, because that's fascinating to me. Like when a doctor says, oh, we think you have 3 months to live. If you believe that, trust me, you have 3 months to live. If you don't believe that, you could live a lot longer. So with this power of belief in mind, I incorporated a new daily healing meditation and a visualization, right? Every morning in my meditation, I visualized that lump in my breast, and I imagined it circling around my body like a gumball being released from an old-fashioned gumball machine. And when it got to the bottom of my body, I envisioned it pooping out and going into the toilet, and I'd flush it away. Right? So I did that. It was a playful meditation, but I did it because it kept me away from fear, right? So I did this meditation every day for 5 weeks. The first week, I thought I noticed a decrease in size, but I had Pablo check it, and he said, no, babe, because that is the same size. He goes, but I'm not a doctor. I don't think you should mess around with this thing. What if it grows bigger, even bigger than it is now? And he was right. It could certainly grow. That was a possibility. But I didn't have that fear. So I told him, just listen, have patience. I'm just going to keep doing this and see what happens. It hasn't grown. It just hasn't shrunk, but it hasn't grown. And at the end of the second week, when Pablo checked it again, this time he said, oh yeah, it goes, maybe it is getting a little smaller, but I can't really tell. And you need to get this checked out by a professional. By the third week, Pablo checked it again and he says, okay, yeah, it's definitely getting smaller. And then by the fourth week, it was even smaller. And by the fifth week, the lump was the size of a pinhead. And then it just simply disappeared. Now, I didn't give in to the fear that Pablo had about that breast lump. Just like my mother, Pablo's mother had breast cancer too. And she did radiation and chemo, just like my mom. And 15 years later, she developed cancer again and she died, right? So instead of giving into the fear, I became proactive in using the wellness tools that I've learned how to help me heal. These are the same tools that I share with my Health is Wealth community to keep them healthy and happy and feeling positive about their health outcomes, right? And what they choose to do for their health. So I want to emphasize right now that I'm not against medical doctors. I simply know when to use their expertise and when not to. And when it comes to healing and prevention of disease, including cancer, doctors have not been trained to work with the body and the immune system. Unfortunately, when it comes to cancer, they've been trained to attack, mutilate, radiate, and poison. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't support the body in its healing process. It actually destroys the body and it destroys immunity. Do you understand that? The body needs a wellness system that doesn't feed on fear. And there's a lot of fear about cancer. Do you understand that? There's so much fear out there. It's crazy. Sandy and Beth says, what's the book? Oh, that was The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. Pick it up. It's an old one, but it's a good one. Put it in your library, read it, absorb it, take it in, and then apply it. Okay? So, do you want to see what my simple wellness system looks like and how it can benefit you? Please let me know. Put it into the Q&A. Do you want to see what a healing system truly looks like? Put it into the Q&A and let me hear whether or not you want to see my system, because I'll show it to you. I'll show you what it looks like. Yes, Fanny says. Yeah, Jen, absolutely. Yep, yes, yes. Jeannie says, duh. That's why I love Jeannie. Kathy says, ready for it. Lisa says, I want to see what a healing system looks like. Jan says, yes. Jen says, yes. Yes. Kathy says, yes. Let's look at your healing system. I'll show it to you. Heather, we got you covered. Sandy says, absolutely. Everybody's got a resounding yes. So let's show you what it looks like. I don't want to keep you in suspense anymore. I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so let me forward this little slide. So a healing system that truly works looks like it includes great food, how to cook it, plus it includes learning about the beneficial foods and the herbs that have been used for centuries to support detoxification, your digestive system, and all of your bodily system. It also includes learning how to support your system. It includes a happy lifestyle that is free from fear. And here is here's what Maureen had to say. She said, the cancer prevention and healing cooking class was amazing. My biggest takeaway is that I've been cooking my mushrooms wrong. I've always sauteed in oil, but we'll start cooking in liquid now, right? So she learned that in my cancer prevention cooking class. So for those of you that don't know, the healing constituents in medicinal mushrooms that everyone's going crazy for are all water soluble. So it's best to have them in something like this soup here. Right, so this soup contains shiitake mushrooms that are rich in lentinin. Lentinin is considered a natural form of chemotherapy. It stimulates the immune system by increasing T cells and natural killer cells, right? But it doesn't destroy your system while it does that, right? That's a bonus. There are also enoki mushrooms. You see those little thin white ones? Those are enokis. And those are rich in gallic acid and ferulic acid. And these compounds neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress, which is linked to the development of chronic conditions, including cancer. So both of these mushrooms contain beta-glucans that enhance innate and adaptive immune response. And everyone knows that a robust immune system is better equipped to identify and destroy diseased cells. That's the way that it works. It's the way your body's designed. So when you give your body what it needs, you let it do the work. And by the way, in the scientific studies, enoki mushrooms have been shown to inhibit the growth and the spread of several types of cancer cells, including, you see that little thin little mushroom right there, including liver cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer, and stomach cancer. You could look it up on Dr. Google. Okay, so let's keep moving so we don't run out of time. So one of the best things about my system is that you don't have to do it alone, right? Most people will quit or give up and give into like fear mongering, not because the steps to natural healing don't work, but because they feel alone, or doubt creeps in, or they feel confused, or they get stuck in a loop of not feeling well and not getting the results that they want. But being around like-minded people that strive to do things naturally is truly inspirational and helps to keep you on track with your wellness goals. It's literally a game changer for your health. So there's power in community. It's one of the reasons why community collaboration works to help people achieve their goals. And for those of you that have seen the longest lived peoples on the planet, right, all in the blue zones, what do they have in common? They're all part of a community. So community works, and healing happens faster and lasts longer in a community. People feel connection, belonging, accountability. And with community support, you stay on track, you keep learning, and you feel encouraged, empowered, and supported instead of feeling overwhelmed or stressed out, like what Sarah experiences inside the community. She said, I pop into this community and just feel good. So many online communities generate a stress response, but in the Health is Wealth community, it feels happy, safe, and warm. Thank you for facilitating this for us, Andrea, and for sharing your wells of wisdom. So, I love sharing wellness wisdom with people. And I wish I would have had some type of community support when I was first learning about natural healing, but I didn't. I had to learn everything on my own, and it was a lot of work and a lot of information to research, but it was totally worth it. So let me ask you this. What time is it? Oh my God, it's 1:55. How many of you have learned something new about supporting your body and preventing or healing cancer in this 55 minutes that we've been together here today? How many of you have learned something new? Let me know. Michelle says she's already there. You're a smarty. Okay. Colleen put a little hand up. Oh, I like that little hand. Take all the time you need. I'll stay on as long as we need. All right, so I gotta start it because it's 4 to 1. Okay, so we'll talk about mushrooms. We'll talk about the lymph, but first, let me show you how to save money, save your health, support your body, mind, and spirit, so you can feel confident and energized instead of afraid or stuck inside a system that doesn't really support health. Right? So inside my Health is Wealth community, you get clear guidance and no guesswork, right? You get tons of classes that you can always engage in. Like I said, this is our Cooking for Cancer Prevention and Healing. We cover all the different mushrooms that you can use. This community costs less than one doctor's visit that offers no real solutions to improving your health. It also costs less than one integrated physician visit, where you probably spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on supplements, but you still won't have a deeper understanding of your body or how it works. So in my community, you get to invest in your health with a plan and a support system that is way cheaper than another medical appointment that sends you home with no answers. And I want to emphasize that you do not need to give up on modern medicine. You just need to understand how to truly support your body and give it the best fighting chance. So here's what you get inside my community. You get access to a library of wellness classes that help you understand healing from an alternative perspective, and that's valued at $400. You get monthly cooking classes with me to give you information without overwhelm, and that's valued at $60 per class, and there's 19 classes in total, so it's valued at over $1,000. You get live expert interviews that cover a wide variety of topics, including cancer, to enhance your education, and that's valued at $500. We also have a community supported group chat to connect you with people on the same healing path as you, and that's valued at $97. You have awesome live Q&As with me every month that are valued at $498, but those are actually priceless. Like I think we have one coming up next week. You also have an exclusive newsletter that is valued at $50. It's for members only. And every month we have group challenges to support your bodily systems. These challenges include liver detox, organ system support, respiratory wellness, boosting immune health, and more. And those are valued at $197. So the total value of this membership is over $1,800 a month. That's a lot of wellness support. And that's probably, you can get this kind of support anywhere, right? But by joining today, you get to support your health and prevent illness for just $79 per month. And that price will be locked in for life. It'll never go up when you join today. And it comes out to less than how much is a cup of coffee? What, $5? If you if you join at $79, what is that? Less than $3 a day? It's $2.60. Right? It's less than a cup of coffee. this is your chance to lock in $79 for life, because I want you to keep in mind that the price for this community is going up in 2026. It's going up in January to $97 per month. But you could get in right now at $79 and lock that in for life. Once you get in, your price will never increase. And Amanda will put that link into the chat box for you so you can sign up. It's AndreaBeeman.com/health community. And here's what members are saying. This is Maria. Maria says, I love watching the videos and tips that Andrea has provided. There have been many home remedies that are simple and not pricey. This community has improved my understanding of natural health care by believing we can heal our own issues. Okay, excuse me, 90% and higher of them. Starting at the basics of health, sleep, good food, walking, being in nature, etc. Andrea explains it so well. So we love our members. They've got really good, happy, healing vibes, and they show up all the time to learn and to grow and to share. We do it together. So now you've got two options. You can keep doing what you've been doing and remain unsupported and afraid and stressed out about illness, or you can join today and get the unparalleled live support and full community experience. You don't have to do this alone, right? Use the link AndreaBeeman.com/health community to join right now at $79 a month before the price increase in January. It's going to go up to $97 per month, right? So let's walk this path together. Use the link to sign up now. And here is a big gift. Let me open up this chat. Oh, Jeannie says $20 a week. Yeah, it's not a lot of money. it's not a lot of money. Okay. Fanny says, thanks. Fanny says, I have learned new things, Andrea. Oh, good. Okay. So here is a big gift that I want to offer you right now, especially for the holidays, right? Because we're in the season of giving. And in one of the community challenge this month is to give, right? To give gifts from your heart, right? To give in some way to your community. So right now, for the next, what time is it now? Oh, it's 2:02. Okay. So right now you have the opportunity for the first 10 people that sign up in this community right now before we close we're going to close out at 2:15. For the next 10 minutes and for the first 10 people that sign up for the community right now, you will get a half-hour private session with me to discuss your health concerns. And Amanda will keep track of everyone that signs up right now to take advantage of private time with me. So go to AndreaBeeman.com/health community. Sign up for $79 before it goes up to $97 in January. Like I said, you won't get this offer again because this $79 per month is going away. Okay? So let me ask you this. If all this community did was boost your confidence in natural healing, help you feel more energized and supported, and increase your happiness around health, would $79 be worth it? Having support that is accessible and affordable is so important. If you can heal your body using food and herbs and better daily habits as medicine, it makes the most financial sense. So if you are inspired by anything that I shared in this short amount of time today, what do we spend, an hour together? Right? It's a little blip in your life. If you are inspired, then join the Health is Wealth community. Sign up now. If you don't take advantage of this now, you won't get this offer again until 2026. And by that time, the price for this community will be increased to $97 per month. Okay? So you can continue to show up for free events like this and try to piece together a system that you think will work. But if you're here today, something is definitely missing. So let me save you time, energy, and money and give you the support that you need at an amazing price, right? To get out of fear and get into empowerment, which is so important for health and wellness. And like Jeannie said, it's good for an entire family. What, $20 a week? Are you kidding me? Right? So the price of this wellness community is affordable so that we can serve more people and help them stop struggling and start thriving and experience health in a whole new way. So take this step and let me guide you, right? With community support, you can get moving in the right direction to reduce any fear around disease. You'll get the tools you need to thrive, and we can do it for an amazing price. Now, I'm going to open up for questions. I want to hear from you. Is there anything preventing you from signing up? I want to know what could possibly be stopping you from taking this step to support your body. And I'm also going to take you to the community page so you could take a look at it right now. So Amanda's going to put that link into the chat. It's andreabeeman.com/health community. And I'm going to grab that and I'm going to go right into that community just to show you what it looks like. And then I'll show you how to get in. Let's see. Okay. Let's put that here. This is what the back end of the community looks like. We only have about 10 minutes left. Oh, well, join the community. I'm already part of the community. Let me show you here. Let's go here to my, I can help you heal, but I can't help you get your computer apparently on track. That's where I suffer. Okay, so let's take a look at this community. So this is what it looks like. Oh, by the way, for those of you that are struggling with colorectal cancer and digestive cancers, tomorrow we have our expert is Sabine Hazan. She's an MD and gut health expert, and she's going to be speaking to our community. We have doctors that come in all the time to speak to our community. Oh, congratulations, Jeannie, you're in. Congratulations, you are in the community. So you're going to actually get to see Sabine, Dr. Sabine, tomorrow. She's amazing. She was the one that first brought up to the world that when bifidobacteria disappears from the large intestine, your immune system tanks. Not only does your immune system tank, but it increases your risk for cancer, right? So she was the one that first exposed that to the world when everybody was in denial. They were like, oh, we don't know what's happening with the large intestine. Oh, congratulations, Jan, you're in. You're in for a great price. You got this, you're going to be able to support yourself and learn all this amazing stuff, and you can stay in the community as long as you like. You can quit if you want to quit. You're like, I'm done with this community. They're too damn happy. they're too happy. They're too excited. They're too happy to be healthy, right? So you have control over what you can do and what you want to do and what you want to learn. So here, I'm just going to show you our learning materials section. We're access on mobile. You can use your phone to get in. This was a self-massage that I showed everyone for the spleen stomach channel to help you digest better. It's a fun one. I would suggest you do it every time you get out of the shower. We also did a microbiome and immunity class, right? You get access to that. I show you how to eliminate parasites. We also do a parasite cleanse every year. Usually around the spring, we'll do a liver cleanse and then a parasite cleanse just to keep the body functioning well, right? Because the body can always go out of balance. But when you know how to put the body back in balance, it's a game changer. Eileen, you're in. Congratulations. And Amanda, I hope you're taking down the names of the first 10 that get in. First 10 people that get in, they get a free session with me. So I hope you're taking care of them. I'm sure you are. She's great. Amanda's our community manager.
I've got my list. I'm on it, Andrea. I've got my list.
Thank you. Okay, also in this section, we have nourishing heart and cardiovascular health. We have winter wellness. This is perfect for this time of year, and an immune boosting strategy so you don't get stuck with the latest thing that's going around. I also have a thyroid support session in here. We have another boosting immunity naturally because it's so important. Natural stress reduction techniques for health and longevity, culinary herbs and spices as medicine, how to support your microbiome, healthy detox. We have easing menopause naturally for the gals. In here is also a little master cleanse. Supporting heart health, mulled cider. Oh, you should be having a mulled cider too at this time of year. It's really good to keep away cold, flu, and all that stuff. We have this one too, a delicious rose hip spread. And let me load up just a couple more. We have respiratory health and immunity. We have food and herbs for cancer prevention and healing. Seasonal eating for vibrant health, supporting brain health, optimizing digestive health. Love your liver, learn to detox. We got so many classes in here. So many classes. You'll be watching and enjoying and learning new things all the time while you're inside the community. We also have a community chat in case you have any questions or you want to share some stuff, or you got some stuff going on that you want to take care of, right? We get in here all the time and we talk to our members, right? It's not a dead space. This is a very lively, vital, vibrant community, okay? Like I said, we also have a monthly challenge, right? So the December monthly challenge was to pause, reflect, pour a little extra goodness into the world. That's why I offered a free session to people who sign up. You get a free half hour. Oh, congratulations, Linda, you are in. Amanda's got your name down. We'll take care of you. Oh, I think Lee is having trouble getting in, but Amanda will connect with Amanda and she'll get you in. She'll make sure you get in, right? So this is part of the season of giving. What does that do? It supports your community. It supports when you give from your heart. It supports, thanks, Amanda. Amanda's connecting with you guys in there. That's awesome. You know, it just builds greater bonds, right? When you give, you know, go give to your neighbors, give to your friends, just give from the goodness of your heart. It's going to support your heart. It's going to support your oxytocin, right? What happens when oxytocin floods the system? Healing happens, right? We also had in our November monthly challenge, we did a heavy metal detox. October monthly challenge, we had people cooking. September monthly challenge, we did lung support, lung and respiratory system. August monthly challenge, we did body alignment. It was great. Like we do challenges every single month. And this is to keep you on track, moving in a healthy direction so that you're not left wondering, well, what am I supposed to do for my health, right? We're always giving you new tools. June monthly challenge, we had, oh, this was Ayurvedic, balancing hormones. That was another good one. So we have monthly challenges every single month. We did a master cleanse challenge. We did a, this was the Paragard. That was a good challenge. That was for parasites. So every month we'll do a new challenge, right? So that you can start to look at your body and be like, man, I can totally do this. My body is strong, it's healthy, and vibrant, it's fabulous. So then also we have our expert interviews. We had a grieving expert come in. We had a forest therapy expert come in. We had a intuition expert. We had a body movement alignment expert. We had a hormone expert. We had a dog expert come in to talk to us how to support our animals. We had a chef come in, a food vibration expert, a flower essence practitioner. We had cardiologist Patrick Fratellone come in. He was fantastic. Everybody loved him. Everybody loves all these experts. We had a dentist, holistic dentist come in, and they come in and they talk to our members. It's a live class that they give where they talk to our members. So let me go over to, we also have live Q&As with me every month. And the live Q&As, if you miss anything, we plop the recording in so you actually don't miss anything. You get to see what was talked about. You get to see what's going on in the world. We also spotlight our members because we love our members. Look at this. We spotlighted Louise. We spotlighted Jan. We spotlighted Karen. We spotlighted Barbara. We spotlighted Maureen. We spotlight our members because we love our members and what they're up to. We want to know what they're up to in the world. We have recipes. We have food and herb questions. We have a book club. Oh my gosh, we have so much stuff. So we also have, let me come back here to the learning material. We also have cooking classes, right? So cooking classes each month you get a new cooking class, right? So supporting liver health, cooking for vitality, and respiratory support. As soon as you get in, you get 3 cooking classes, right? 3, bang, bang, bang. Because we want you to get cooking. We get a gut support class, a candida class, cooking for cancer prevention and healing, respiratory support, brain health, bone health, winter health, adrenal health, heart health, kidney health, recipes for menopause, seasonal allergies, culinary herbs, lung support, healthy aging, love your liver, immunity and strength, enhancing heart. I mean, we've got a ton of classes in here. So let me come on over here and show you how to get in. It's 2:15. We're going to be wrapping this up. Linda already posted in the Health is Wealth community. She got in, she already posted. That's fantastic. Good job. Good job being proactive. Okay, it's 2:15. We are going to be wrapping up this live Q&A. I want to thank everybody for showing up today. Here is, let me go to the page, this page. Let's come on back here. Okay, so you spent an hour with me today, and I'm so happy that you did. Michelle said she loves the replays. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so Lee, Amanda will connect with you. Colleen, oh, Colleen, you're in? If you're in, then you made the first 10. Let me see. Let me just double check on my phone because I can't pull up anything while I'm on the computer with you guys. Let's see if Colleen, yes, Colleen, you're in. You are in. Congratulations. You're going to get a ton of insight and information and support, which is what you need, right? People need support. So if you are inspired by what I shared today and you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, remember that the first 10 people that sign up, so there's still 4 more spots left, I think 4 or 3, that while we're live right now, you get a private session with me. Amanda will keep track of anyone that signs up to get the bonus private session. I'm going to be signing off, but before I do, I want to personally welcome everyone who has already signed in and is enjoying the community. Like Linda already posted something into the community. Let me just double check. She already posted like a hello or something like that. Let's see, Linda posted. Oh yes, Linda, you got in. And Amanda already got back to you. She's already asking, what was the name of the mushrooms? Enoki, E-N-O-K-I, and shiitake, S-H-I-I-T-A-K-E. And you'll learn all about medicinal mushrooms for cancer in the cancer prevention cooking class, which you'll get to see, I guess in about 2 months or 3 months. That's when you'll get to see that one. It's a very, very good one. You know, because but you could also look at, in the meantime, you could look at that other cancer prevention class in the learning materials. You're going to get a ton of information there as well. So let's see. I will connect with everyone. Here's my email address. If you have any additional questions, you email me at andreab@andreabeeman.com. I want to be very clear that I will not answer any questions on social media. I know lots of people send me questions on social media, but I've been canceled before. So I know how to play that game. That's a game, crazy game out there. So I don't answer any questions on social media. I answer questions inside this community because it's a safe space. I feel safe, people feel safe, everyone is protected. The information doesn't, it's not compromised, so to speak. So if you have any questions, you email me at andreab@andreabeeman.com. If you have any questions about how to sign up, email Amanda at andreabeeman.com. I will speak to you all again live in the coming weeks to answer any of your questions. You have your first, for those of you that just signed up today, let me just double check my calendar. Yeah, you have your first Health is Wealth community Q&A call with me next Wednesday. Bring all of your questions. Any question that you have, we'll cover it. And if you can't make it to the call, don't sweat it. Send your questions, put them in on the inside the community chat, and your questions will get answered, and we'll answer them also on the Q&A, so you never miss anything, right? This community was built to support people, right? To support health and wellness. Let's see. Patricia says, love you, Andrea. My life literally has changed since I took your course last year. Eating is different now, and I appreciate it. Your book is excellent. Oh, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad. Sending you a whole lot of love. Oh, Stephanie says I signed up too. Let me see. If she did, then Amanda Stephanie, yeah, Amanda, write down Stephanie's name. She gets a half-hour private session with me. I think, there's one more left? Is there one more left? Is that a possibility? One session? I don't know.
Not sure who the lucky winner is. And just also, Andrea, remind everybody too that the price will go up next month. So this would be their opportunity to get in at the greatest savings for the membership.
Yeah. So one of the reason why the price is going up is because it's a lot of work to do what Amanda and I do every single month for our members. And we love what we do. We absolutely love it. And just as prices go up around the world for everything, well, our prices go up as well. You know, like where we host the platform, that price has gone up. How we give you the information, that price has gone up outside of our control. So our price is also going up. And plus, I think $97 a month is, it's less than $100 a month. And I still think it's the best amount of money, best investment you could make in your health and wellness. But if you can get in right now at $79 a month, your price will never go up. Never. It stays at $79. If you decide to stay in the community for 5 years, right? Let's say you have something challenging that you're working on and you want continued support for years, then your price will never go up. Whatever you get in at $79, that is your price forever. Forever. For time immemorial, right? Is that how they say it? Jeannie also she's already engaged. She said, I'm so excited to be here. I loved Andrea for a long, long time. Jeannie, I love you too. Congratulations, you are in. So we're going to be signing out. It's 2:22. I'm welcoming everybody that has already signed in. Jan also posted it already in the community chat. Jeannie says, I don't see my name in the chat. Refresh your page. Oh, also, Amanda gives community tours. Every single month, she does a community tour inside the community just to show you what's going on, where the classes are, what you can find, what's coming up in the events. She'll go through all of that so that you're not navigating this on your own. Remember, this is we're walking this health journey together, right? All right, it's 2:23. I'm going to be signing off. I want to thank everyone for your time and your energy and the vibration, the good vibration that you bring to the world when you focus on your health and wellness, right? When you focus on your health and wellness and you give your body, mind, and spirit the best tools, then it totally shifts the vibration. Oh, and let me just come on back. I forgot to put my little camera on. Let me just come on back and show you that you're talking to a real live human being and not a robot. Robots are coming. So when you take care of your health and wellness, it changes the vibration in your system, right? So disease is going to come, right? Illness and disease is going to come. I'm not a Pollyanna. I don't live in the world that, I take care of myself and nothing's ever going to happen. No, things happen. That's the way that it goes. Thanks. I got to sign off. It's 2:24. I could talk until the time, I could talk all day and all night. But when you actively engage in positive things for your health and wellness, it creates a vibration in your system, right? You'll wake up happier, you'll feel happier and healthier. You're proactive in supporting yourself. It's a totally different concept to what has been created in the modern medical system, which is a fear-based, go for your test and go for this test and go for that test. And like I said, I'm not telling you to give up on your medical, whatever it is, whatever you're involved in. I'm not telling you to give up on that, right? Because it can be useful, but more often than not, it's not. And you know what's funny? Let me just tell you a quickie. It's, oh my gosh, 2:25. Let me just tell you a quickie. The other day, I got my trainer Brad sent me a video from this guy named Dana White, right? Apparently he's like, I don't know, head of like one of those big wrestling things or UFC, I don't know. And he was saying, I don't go to my doctors for health. For health, I go to my nutritionist, I go to my workout specialist. He goes, I don't rely on them for health because that's not where it is. And I was like, oh, it's brilliant. Because my trainer said, oh, he's saying exactly what you're saying. And I'm saying, yeah, that's the way that it goes, right? So if you're looking for health and wellness and the way to support your body, it starts with empowerment and being proactive, not waiting around for sickness, not looking for sickness, right? Because sickness is going to show up one way or another. And if you are chronically looking for it, chances are you're going to, oh, I was going to talk about the power of belief, right? Oh, my mother had cancer. This one had cancer. If you are believing, if you're in the land of, well, I'm bad, going to get cancer as well, guaranteed that's going to happen, right? So change your mindset, right? Okay, 2:26. All right. Michelle, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for honoring me and Amanda. We're a great team. I know Amanda, oh my gosh, it's got to be, I don't know, 15, 16 years. She's my right-hand gal. She's fantastic. And the community members love her and I love her, right? Okay. Thank you everybody for your time and your attention. If you have any questions, go to Andrea B at AndreaBeeman.com. Or if you want to get in, if you're having trouble to get into the community, email Amanda at AndreaBeeman.com. She'll help you get in. And for those of you that are in, I'll see you next week. Next Wednesday, the 17th, we have our live Q&A. And I'll also see you tomorrow. We have Dr. Sabine Hazan. She's going to be talking about the large intestine, the gut, and the bifidobacteria. She's fantastic. Okay. Have a happy holiday. Enjoy your Christmas and your New Year. And if you want that to get in at $79, get in now because it's going to go up to $97. You won't ever get this offer again. Okay. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah, Chawad, whatever you're celebrating, have it all. All right. Bye, everyone.